Hi guys, this is Fredrik Ekmark from wingfoil_Mallorca. So today we're going to have a look at should you have foot straps on your board or not. I've been riding like 2 years without foot straps and just recently put foot straps on my board. So naturally the question with, is it any better? Stay with me and find out, but first this. In this video I have put in chapters, so if you wish to jump directly to a certain chapter, you have the description below regarding the chapters. You can also look at the timeline in the video to see the chapters. Hope this helps you to find the information you are looking for. However, I'd say it makes the most sense to look at the video from start to finish. That would be my recommendation.
Now, let's start here. Your board comes without straps. We will look at how to start learning to wingfoil and the benefits of riding without foot straps. And later in the video we will look at why you'd want to ride with foot straps. Well, many riders, and myself included, we are recommending riders who start out from zero not to use foot straps. The reason is that you are free to move your feet any way you like, and as a beginner you need freedom of movement just to learn to stand on the board. Later, when you're up on foil, other situations arises. Maybe you didn't get your mast really well positioned. Maybe your new front wing is more or less powerful. You're still figuring it out. Well, then you can change the position of your feet to compensate. You have too much lift and the nose points up? Take a small step forward with both feet. Do the reverse if you have too little lift in the front. It is as easy as that if you have a clear deck.
It is very important to have this flexibility when you are learning.
Also, when you get up on the board, you have an entire board to use to put your knees on, and when you stand up, move your feet around to have the best possible stance to keep the balance. No straps in the way to get stuck on. If you started on a supboard first to learn the performance of the wing, then it's not even a question of straps or no straps. It will be when you move over to start using a foil board that the discussion to have or not to have straps starts. I know some riders that have started with 2 front foot straps and they have managed, but often those who start like that have experience from other board or wind sports, and they have an advantage because of that. To be honest, very few start out from zero and directly mount foot straps. It is not just very practical to have them on the board when you're learning. Then perhaps you think, but foot straps show you where you should put your feet. Well, yes, they do. If we look at a rider that has got all parts of his or her setup dialed in and have the balance and the experience, then it works. But to start from zero is without a doubt better to have the flexibility of a clear deck. To ride strapless is a winner for a beginner. When you progress to the foil board, your first impression will be that it's very small and wobbly board. Very different from a supboard if you started there. But sup wing sessions will have given you some important experience and hours in the water before you get on the foil board, and that matters a lot. This means you will get better and better staying up on the small foil board and for longer periods. It is at that stage in your learning journey where the clear deck comes in as a favorite. You can move your feet freely to help you keep the balance. Without straps, you can move your feet, and that helps very much to keep you on the board longer. You have enough things to keep track of when you change to a new board without locking your feet in. A note on foil boards. First, let me say, the bigger the board, the faster you will get the balance, and the faster you get the balance, the faster you will be up on foil.
I have several videos about this on my channel. You can look at them after this video. Links in the description below. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, click on the subscribe button and hit the bell to get notified when new videos are being released. All the above supports the channel and my work making videos. Great stuff. Thank you guys.
For a beginner, a board of 6-7 feet is an excellent size. In the beginning, you spend most of your time on the water trying to get the balance right and learning how to navigate with the wing. And of course, trying to get up on the foil. The steadier you stand, the faster you will learn and progress. Therefore, a bigger board will get you there faster. With a longer board, it is easier to get speed, and speed engage the foil.
It is possible to learn from zero on a board on 5-6 feet if you are very determined, but be prepared for an extended learning time. And maybe you will have to watch the other with bigger boards up and flying past you.
With the bigger board, you will have better balance and the waves affect the boards less. They will still mess with you, but it's easier to learn how to handle them. As you get the balance standing up, then you will move forward by the power of the wing. With the waves, the gust of the wing, it's not all very stable. But as you move, your balance will not be perfect, and you need to be ready to adjust your balance with small micro steps and or move your upper body to compensate for shift in the balance. It is just practice, and you will get better and better. A tip to learn faster: it is at an advantage to go in several times a week, even for shorter sessions, instead of making a big session only on the weekend. When you're up on foil and you are flying, when you spend more and more time above water than on the water, then it will be natural to feel you could do with more maneuverable board, and this will be the start of your progression to a smaller board. So, for all of the above steps, my recommendation is to do them without foot straps. You will learn faster and it will be easier. Guys, let me know down in the comments what your setup were when you started and what your experiences were. It's interesting if you can share your experience for me and for all the other people that are reading the comments. Okay.
Now on to foot straps. When you decide to get straps, should you have the two front straps and also the rear strap?
The riders who race and the riders who jump use 3 straps to stay completely connected to the board. But here we are talking about experienced rider doing advanced stuff, and this is another matter.
If you feel that you have a good wingfoil level, then you can choose to mount foot straps. I recommend only to mount the 2 in the front and the rear one later if you're going to practice jumps.
A note regarding the rear foot strap. With all 3 foot straps mounted, you lock your feet in tight. Well, that's the whole idea. But that works best for experienced riders. You need to have a good level and a good balance to ride with your feet locked in. Many riders place their foot in front of the back strap or on top of it, well, if you have a thinner strap, when they ride in light wind, and most do before and after a jibe. To jump and have control of the board, or if you race and want to ride at max speed and have max connection with your board, you keep the feet in all of them all the time.
Here's my journey regarding foot straps. I was riding about 2 years without foot straps. I had absolutely no use for them, and the freedom of having a clear deck was the right choice for me.
But I was curious about them. You see and hear many riders praising their straps. When I planned to do this video, I put on the front 2 foot straps to get the experience to ride with them, getting to know the pros and cons.
Now I've done more than 25 sessions with foot straps, and I know really well what they bring to the riding.
As I look through the market, I discovered there are many different brands, and also later I have seen that they get better every year. When I bought mine, I liked the Cesare Cantagalli I99 ones a lot. They were compact, not too thick, would not hold a lot of water, meaning it will not add a lot of weight, and the front straps are in a single piece formed as a V. Great stuff. I've also seen lately that the brand North makes out a thinner rubber one. That one holds no water at all and are very thin, so you can even stand on it riding on your board if you want.
That would be my choice if I would get straps today.
Now, here are my thoughts about foot straps as a normal and experienced wingfoil rider. They help with the handling of the board on land. You have extra handles available. I fasten my belt with the board leash in them. Very practical, keeps the leash from falling on the ground. They are in the way when I kneel on the board before I stand up. I have to put my knee on top of one of them. When dialed in correctly regarding straps, foil position, they are very helpful. Normally I keep my feet in them only a little bit in contact with the strap, and this gives me a better connection with the board and a better ride. In rougher conditions, I put my foot further in them, makes riding more stable. They have stopped me from being blown off the board in strong winds. That's a good thing. When switching feet, in the beginning I was unsure if they would be in the way, but it's the opposite. My foot ends up in the strap and I get better contact with the board directly after the switch. So it turned out to be an advantage. And they give me the possibility to grip or hold on in situations where my balance is affected. And last, I can control the board better with my front foot in the straps.
I'm used to the straps now and that I want to keep riding with foot straps. It feels like I ride better with them on. For a long time I proposed that foot straps are not needed, and I still say that they are not essential for general riding and learning.
After I've ridden some 25 or more rides with them, I must admit that they have their place and they add to the sensation of riding the foil. They give you a connection to the board, you can hold on, and they give you increased control to the board in a way you can't without foot straps. They are in the way kneeling on the board, but all other times they are great. So, to progress, adding foot straps can give you a jump in how you manage your board out riding in many varying conditions. As I love riding waves, even there I feel the foot straps are giving me an edge, increasing my maneuverability.
I think in my progression as a rider, the time to use straps is here to stay, and it is exciting to explore all the possibilities it holds.
Later on I will add the rear foot strap, and I will come back with another video and talk about why and how and what's the benefit of riding with the rear foot strap or as well.
Well, there you have it. My thoughts and experiences riding without foot straps and riding with. For you who are learning, if you follow my advice not to ride with them, you will get better faster. And if you are an experienced rider that are curious of foot strap, I say, don't hesitate. Go get them and see what they can add to your riding experience. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe if you haven't already, to support my work doing videos. Okay, this is Fredrik Ekmark from wingfoil_Mallorca signing out, and I will see you in the next video. Stay safe.
Feels like I've been doing way too much.